Hey y'all, Jamie here, proud 56-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, I had a face full of birthday cake. It was my 27th birthday. It was 1997 and it was my 27th birthday, and I had family and friends over. My father, my sister's wife, a whole gaggle of friends. And yeah, Angel, my oldest and dearest friend, she and Felina came up from behind me, scooped big handfuls of my birthday cake, a Barbie birthday cake, and scooped big handfuls out of it and smashed it in my face. Angel had her hand over my mouth and nose. And here was the problem: she smashed it up into my mouth and my nose. So much, so big of a hunk, I couldn't breathe. I could not breathe. I could not get it out of my nose. I could not get it out of my mouth. I was choking. Okay. And so I panicked at first. Like, the first reaction was I panicked because I thought, oh God, I'm going to fucking die from a birthday cake. But I fucking choked it out. I coughed it out. And then I got pissed. As anyone would, I got pissed, y'all. I grabbed that birthday cake and I picked it up off the table, and Angel and Felina started to run across my backyard. I had a big fenced in backyard. They started to run across the backyard, and y'all, we started throwing pieces of that cake at each other, and then we started throwing barbecue at each other like we were. Oh my God, it was horrible. It was horrible. My sister was pissed. My sister was pissed because she had cooked. So she had made the food, and here we were throwing it at each other. My father being there, like, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. But I will tell you this: it was one of the best times I've had in my entire life. Even though I was mad in the first 30 seconds, once that was over with, y'all, yeah, I laughed, and I enjoyed it. I absolutely enjoyed it. It was a total free for all food fight across my backyard between the three of us. Nobody else got in it. Like, everybody else stayed out of it. My friend Bianca, oh honey, Bianca would never. She would never do something like that. Yeah, no. Bianca is high class, would never do something like that. I just couldn't see her doing it. Anyway, so we have the food fight, right? After the food fight's over with, we all get cleaned up and the party's over and life is going on. I am bartending at this time. I had a job bartending in the French Quarter at Le Roundup at 819 St. Louis Street. But I also still had regulars. Like, I had regular clients who knew me from my ads when I was Celeste in the Gambit. Yeah, they knew me from my ads, and so they would still call asking for Celeste, and I would still see them because, listen, I was charging them 200 a head at that point, okay? So I in those days, that was good money. Like, in those days, that was good money. Now that would be kind of cheap. But in those days, it was good money. And I had a client, okay, that came over. He used to come over. He would bring a bag of clothespins with him. Clothespins. And he would smoke a cigar. Always stunk my house up with the cigar. Although I was a smoker back then, so I didn't help the situation either. But he would smoke a cigar, and I had my trick room, I called it, and he would lay there and smoke the cigar, and he would have me pin him with these clothespins all over his body, all in his armpits, all around his penis, and up and down the shaft, and all over his testicles, and yeah, his inner thighs. And then he would have me pluck them off. Yeah, pluck them off one at a time and not be nice about it, not open them up. And it would be after about 20 minutes so that they were good and sensitive by that point, right? And when you pluck them off and just pull them suddenly, oh, especially off of the naughty bits, honey, you pull that off of a man's dick, he hops. He will hop around on that goddamn bed, bitch. He will hop. So this man, the last time I saw him, okay, the last time I saw him, He comes over to my house in Laplace, and we are in the room. I do the clothespins, and I was doing a lot of shows and pageants and stuff, and I had a lot of wigs, and I had costumes, and I had dresses and feathers, and all of that shit. He asked me to use T-pins. The girls out there will know what T-pins are. T-pins you use to pin wigs to a wig head, to the styrofoam wig head. And they're sharp. They're like needles. They're pins. They're pins. They're thick, sharp pins. Yeah. This man paid me to shove them through the skin of his dick. Trigger warning. Sorry. Graphic. I know. He paid me to shove them through the skin of his penis and pierce it up and down the shaft. And if y'all want to know what happens next, darling, y'all know the routine. Be here next time, and I will too, because this got interesting this night. It ended up in the ER. I did. So, y'all know the routine. Be here next time, and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching, and I love you for the comments. I will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.